Welcome back, my furry friend lovers. Are you guys ready for part 4 of your 5-part video? If at any point you're having any trouble, feel free, drop me a comment below. Let me help you out with whatever it is you might be having some issues with getting up to this point. Another thing that we can also do is I also do Zoom training. So if you're interested in that as well, you can drop a comment down below and we can connect up that way as well. So let's start going on. Let's move forward with what we're going to do today. Today we're going to be doing a lot of the same training that we have done in the last video, but today we're going to really be focusing on using the cue word first and then getting in action. We're going to be focusing on removing the food lure. We're going to be removing the reward. And the other thing that we're going to be doing today is we're going to be combining some of these things together in a string of commands to get to certain points so that we can move on to the next command. So keep that in mind that we're trying to string things together today. We're going to try to tie things in a little bit today in today's video. So today what we're going to need is obviously we're going to need some treats. We're going to need our dog. And we're also going to need that long lead again as well for some of the training as we move on forward and start doing distances. So let's get started and let's move on to the first one. Okay, everyone. So the first thing that we're going to do today is we're going to kind of do a little string training. And what I mean by that is we're going to put together a couple different cues and make them all work together to achieve our ultimate goal, and that's going to be today a heel. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to start with your dog, whether it's in front of you, behind you, wherever they want to be. And what we're going to do is we're going to use that setup command, get them next to us. We're going to use that focus command to get them to focus on us, and then we're going to go into a heel. When we go into that heel, we are going to start off using with a food lure. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start to remove that food lure. I want you to stand more erect, and what we're going to do is try to keep the dog next to our side without the food lure and us standing up, and we're going to be on a loose walk, so, or heel. Tier, set up, focus, heel, 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 heel. Good girl. Okay, so at first you might see, like Tier's got a lot of pent-up energy. It's been raining here for a few days, so she's a little hyper and excited. So you might see that your dog's not going to be a direct heel, but if they're walking next to you and close to your right leg or your left leg, whatever side you decide to use for heel, that's a good thing. But just keep working on getting them to be a little more tighter in the heel as you practice this a little bit more, and that should be a good outcome at the end. So the next one that we're going to work on is we're going to continue with come. This time we're going to try to do it with no reward. We're going to try to stay at a distance, and we're going to, like I said, no reward at the end of this. This is just purely the dog listening. So with our dogs in front of us, they should have a pretty decent idea of what's going on. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to keep stepping away and step away, stay. And we're going to step away, we're going to step away, and then, okay, come. Good girl. So I didn't reward her on that. And the same thing, well, I'm going to walk over here. So again, what we're going to do is we're just going to step away, go a little further, and then come. Good girl. Good girl. So all I'm giving her for her reward is we're just giving her praise, and we're giving her some couple little scratches behind the back of the neck, but we're not using a food lure. This way the dog understands, or that way we don't always have to have food on our hands. It's also so the dog knows that they have to listen when we make our command, okay? So the next thing that we're gonna do is last week we started working on the down, trying to get our dogs to go down. We should have been working on that this week, and your dog should be able to perform down. And so we're gonna work down with a little bit of a down stay. But basically what we're looking to do today is try to use the command first and to get the action. So let's see what happens. So Tier, sit. Down. Good, down. Okay, so again, we're just gonna have our dog, we're gonna go into a sit. We're gonna go down. And we're gonna get the down. Okay, so we're gonna continue practicing that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna work into a little bit of, start working that down stay a little bit again. Down, stay, stay. So when you do down stay, just take one step back in a short time, maybe 3 seconds or so, and then we're gonna release. Okay, good girl. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing. Like I said, when you're doing this, you need to do it on your own time-wise, you know, how long your dog is going to stay in the down state. But at first, we're going to try to do it so that there's a like 3 seconds maybe, then we can move on to 4 or 5 seconds. I took 1 step back, and then you're going to work 1 step back, and then we're going to work 2 steps back, and then 3 steps back. So you're going to do it in small increments. If your dog performs the proper cue 9 out of 10 times, move on. Got to go one more step or a couple more seconds longer. So sit, down, stay. So we're going to take 1 step back. I'm going to go 2 steps back. Okay, come. Okay, and then release them and give them their treat. So that's the next step. Again, we're going to perform that multiple times in a day. And like I said, make sure your dog is going to perform 9 out of 10 times successfully before you start adding distance or before you start adding time. All right? So the next thing that we're going to start to do is last week we were working on that sit stay. This time what we're going to do is we're going to focus on a sit stay, and then when we release them, it's come to us, no reward, and we should start to be able to work on some distance now. So like I said, we're going to go into a sit, stay, 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 stay. Okay, come. Okay, so again, we're doing the same as we did last week, but this time, like I said, we're going to try to add more distance. And then we're going to now start to, the first time I did it, I did reward her. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it without a reward. So we're going to go sit, stay, stay, stay. Okay, come. Good girl. Yeah, it's a good girl. Good girl. Okay, so we're doing this so that the dog understands that not always is there a food reward, because we're not going to always have food on us when we need our dogs to listen. So again, we're going to work on that again. What you might want to do is do the sit stay again, and then have them come to you again, no reward. Do a no reward again, then maybe treat them with a reward here and there. If they give you a really good response, then that's a good opportunity for a reward as well. You know, if they give you a really better than normal response. Okay, so this is what we're going to be working on this time. Like I said, practice this 9 to 10 times each one. Every day, a couple times a day, whatever you have time for. Concentrate on removing the food lure, removing the food reward, and then again with the sits and stays and stuff in the down stays, we're going to be working distance and time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. share this with other people. If you have any issues or problems, feel free to drop me a comment down below and I'll answer your comment as soon as possible. The other thing too is if you're interested and you're having any issues or you would like some further training, feel free to contact me down below. I do offer Zoom training, so you can do it all at your house. We can do it right over a Zoom meeting and move on from there. And I wish you all the best of luck. Be beautiful, be awesome. See you in the next video. Set up. Good setup. Heel. Heel.